Hi there, it's Javon Para, javonpara.com, Craft Strategies. Today I'd like to talk to you about how we're controlled by what is underneath the water, underneath the surface, those automatic behaviors that we don't know about. And to illustrate that, I'd like to draw an iceberg. Here is classic iceberg. And here is the water line. 10%, 90%. Now, what's under the water as far as how we are? Well, our beliefs, our habits, this automatic behavior that we don't even think about. It controls us. And above the water, it's the stuff that we know. It's what we think of as reality, or really these things that we consider our truth. It's just fantasy. Because what's under the water is what's controlling us. It's the automatic behaviors that we don't even think about. It's like a toy that you had when you were a kid, or at least I had when I was a kid. It was wound up, and it was a car that as soon as the button was pushed, click, the mechanism would be engaged, whirl, the gears would go, and zoom, it'd go across the ground. And it was all preset to go as soon as that external stimulus was applied. It didn't think about it, it just went right when the stimulus happened. So an example of this as humans is when a question is asked and you instantly know. And you instantly know it's right, or you instantly know it's wrong. Boom, click, whirl, zoom, you're off without any consideration. Now what that is when we consider is that we are drawing from the past. We're drawing from the past to know what real is. Now this is helpful when you're putting on your pants in the morning or you're tying your shoes. You can draw from your past. So you have to refigure out these things. Now this is not so helpful when you're making decisions and you want new results in your life. French philosopher Émile Chartier said, "Nothing is more dangerous than an idea when it's the only one that you have." So let's look at this iceberg. Let's say that you have decided that you want to go this way. 10%, it's above water, it's thinking, I'm going to do something different. But underneath the surface, you want to go that way. You're thinking, I'm going to start, let's say, a gas station. I don't know. Why not? Petroleum prices are going up. This is not a recommendation, by the way. You're thinking, I'm going to start a gas station. But underneath the surface, you have all these beliefs and thinkings like, what will my family think of me opening a gas station? Do I really deserve this kind of success? And you end up sabotaging your own desire to get these gas stations. You don't. How do we get to freedom? And I would say the reason we get out of these being controlled by all this stuff that we don't even realize is there is that we live in a question more often instead of your automatic answer, your automatic truth, your click, whirl, zoom type action that we do. And this question-based living is neurological digging, I'll say. Neurological digging for buried treasure. So here's some questions that you can ask yourself. Here's a question. What is impossible to do that if it were possible would change everything? How about this for a question? Imagine that we were a new competitor in town. How would we put ourselves out of business? A great question to come up with some new solutions. How about this? What part of the right answer, what is the right answer for you and your team and your company and your life, the one you're supposed to think and supposed to answer in accordance to, what part of that answer do you disagree with and why? How about this? What unsaid conversation needs to be said, and to whom does it need to be said? How about this? If I wasn't afraid, what would I ask for? And what would I say? And if I wasn't afraid, what would I do? How about this for another question? What is your ideal relationship with your colleagues, employees, and clients or customers? And how can you make that invitation to them and invite them to be a part of creating that relationship with you? What do you want to be known for? That's another great question. So these questions will help you to become aware of what's really controlling you and your business. It will help you describe reality as opposed to limiting your insight to what is above the surface, which is really what you've always thought and what you've always done, your past successes and your past failures, limiting what you're going to do today. So, in the end, you get to have your reasons why it didn't work, or you get to have the results. You only get to choose one. This has been Javon Pera, javonpera.com and craftstrategies.com. Hope this has been helpful. See you soon.